This video is going to explain the 3.0 objective of simplifying expressions using properties of exponents. On your review, this is number 5 and 6. Here's the original problem on number 5, 8a squared times b times c to the negative 1 divided by 12a b to the third c. So before we get too far into this, we are going to review our properties of exponents. If you remember, there's an acronym for those. If you don't remember the acronym, it is MADSPM, M-A-D-S-P-M. And then at the end, I started putting 1 over n, so that any negative exponents we have, we can remember that they go on the bottom. So the first thing we're going to do to simplify this is simplify the 8 and the 12. So 8 doesn't go into 12, but they have a common factor of 4. 4 goes into 8 2 times, and 4 goes into 12 3 times. The next thing we're going to do is look at the a's. The a's, we've got 2 on top and 1 on the bottom, so that would be 2 minus 1, so that's a to the second minus 1 on the bottom, which would be still 1a. That 1 is positive, so we've got 1a on top. Next, we'll do the b's. We've got b to the first on top minus 3 on the bottom, so that's b to the negative second. Since this exponent is negative, it's going to go on the bottom so that it's positive, so b squared. And finally, the last one, we've got the c's. C to the negative 1 minus 1 is c to the negative second. So that also will be on the bottom so that it is positive. Your final answer on number 5 should be 2a divided by 3 times b to the second, c to the second. Alright, for number 6, here's our original problem. We've got x to the 7th, y to the negative second, divided by 3y to the negative third. Everything in the parentheses is raised to the negative second power. So we're going to break this down into some smaller steps. The first thing we're going to do is distribute this negative to everything inside the parentheses. So the negative 2 is going to go to the 7, the negative 2 is going to go to the negative 2 of the y. So far we've got x to the negative 14th times y to the positive 4th. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. So then this negative 2 also comes down here. The exponent on the 3 is 1 right now. So that's going to be 3 to the negative second. And then this is also going to come to this y on the bottom. So y, negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. So that's what we have so far. We distributed that negative 2. There's a couple different ways we can go about this next step. I think the easiest thing to do is move the bases that are negative. So this x to the negative 14th really needs to go on the bottom so that it's positive. So we've got x to the 14th on the bottom. Not touching the y's yet, we've got y to the 6th on the bottom and y to the 4th on the top. And also this 3 to the negative second on the bottom is going to come to the top and be a positive second. So now we're ready to do a little bit of evaluating. So the next thing we're going to do is deal with our bases that are like terms. So the only base that we have 2 of is this y. And so we've got y to the 4th, and it's being divided, so we're going to subtract the 6, which is y to the negative second, which means it stays on the bottom. So in our final answer, we're going to have y to the second on the bottom. Now on top, we've got 3 to the second, which is 3 times 3, which is 9. And then we still have this x to the 14th. This should be your final answer for number 6.